Hi, it's Grant here, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to talk to you about extending your reach upon your own singular marketplace. So you've got an Etsy store working really well, like I have, but where else do you go? You know there's Amazon, you know there's eBay, you know there's Shopify for your own store, you've got Facebook Marketplace, you've got Depop, you've got lots of other marketplaces. We all know they're there, they're all possible, but it's the time and the effort and the reward. So I've got an Etsy store. It can easily work on eBay, but do I want to open an eBay shop? Yes, I do. What's the cost, the work involved? It's just a listing. You know, you've done a great listing. You've got great images. You've got great photos. You've got videos. You've got descriptions. You've done your keyword research. You've done your keyword focusing. You've done the dimensions. And then you have to do it all over again for eBay, all again for Facebook Marketplace. It's just a laborious process for something that might not work. What about if I found a tool that you might look at and think, hang on a minute, that one listing I can almost replicate on several different platforms, and that could save you tons and tons of time, and it can essentially open up your marketplace, your shop, to millions, if not tens of millions or hundreds of millions of new customers. And that's what I'm talking about today, Zipsale, which is a great way of taking one listing and add it to multiple different marketplaces. But that's enough waffling from me. Let's get straight to this video and talk more about Zipsale. Right, so let's talk about Zipsale, which is zipsale.co.uk, link down below in the description. So as I said at the start of the video, we'll put a lot of effort into our listings. You have to. If you want sales, you want to get in front of customers, you have to put a lot of effort into those listings. That could be the description, you're looking at your pricing, competition, margin, the imagery. But that takes time. It takes an awful lot of time. When I opened my first Etsy store, I spent hours upon hours looking at my listings. I've changed the images, the different style of images, probably 3 or 4 times. I've gone from 4 or 5 images to 7 images. I've done countless changes on my description, just looking at different SEO keywords and tags. And it's a process that I'm sure you guys will understand. It's an evaluation process that you go through on almost a monthly basis. And why do we change our listings so much? I guess for me that the reason is one, algorithms change, so how Etsy promotes its stores organically changes. But not monthly, but it does change fairly regularly. And also as well, with the other factors, you've got other people as well bidding for your audience. So if you've got an Etsy store selling jewellery, for argument's sake, today you might have competition of 310 stores. Literally next week you'll have 320, the week after 340, then 400. So all those people are also doing, or some of those stores are doing the same things that you are doing also. So you're almost fighting against the competition as well, which becomes a little bit difficult. And I think that's what becomes a little bit difficult for me, is that you've done all that great work and those listings take time, minutes, hours to create. And then you look at other opportunities in other marketplaces, and that's almost like a stumbling block, because you don't want to go through that process all over again. And I'm not saying that one listing can literally be copied across to other platforms, but I think it's an excellent starting place. If you had one business, let's say it's a physical store, you had one store location somewhere in the world that attracts 1,000 customers, and you knew a location number 2 had 2,000 customers, you want to open a store in that location, wouldn't you? In a physical sense, the barrier to that is cost. You've got the shop fit out, you've got the stock, all that sort of stuff. In a digital world, you don't have those barriers. If you've got one marketplace, one physical location in this example, let's say Etsy, if you've got another marketplace, let's call it eBay, let's call it Shopify, let's call it Facebook Marketplace, where you want to sell your goods, then there's no cost to entry. Well, there's a cost in terms of the sale, or there might be a nominal monthly cost. Shopify is about $10, $15. eBay, if you want to get a shop, I think is a similar amount. But that's the only barrier to entry. The other barrier you've got is your own barrier, your time, what you've got to do that. And this is where Zipsale comes into its own, because you can connect your Zipsale account to multiple marketplaces. And you can essentially replicate your listing on those different marketplaces, saving you tons of time and tons of effort. Literally, you could wake up in the morning and say to yourself, I've got a great Etsy store. By tomorrow morning, you could have an eBay store with almost the identical product listing. Then you can go on to your own Shopify store. It's a limitless opportunity. And when you think of Etsy has got how many millions of users and visitors, double that for eBay. And then you've got Facebook Marketplace. We all know Facebook itself has got billions of users. So it's almost like saying to yourself, I've got a shop and I've opened one of the doors, but I've not opened the other door. And this is what Zipsale allows you to do. It allows you to access the whole range of customers and consumers that you can get access to. Currently, Zipsale is only available on eBay and Etsy, but it's going to open itself up to Facebook Marketplace, Shopify and Depop and lots of other ones. The first 3 months is completely free. I'm just going to go back to the laptop just to talk about the pricing, just so you know exactly where we're starting, and then I'll go through a brief intro on how I would actually add a listing. But 10 items, 2 marketplaces, so each marketplace is a platform, so Etsy or eBay, that's 2. 10 items, 0 cost. So even after your trial period, 0 cost. Up to 200 items and 3 marketplaces, £19 a month. It's like $25. 200 items. My math isn't great, but I'm sure that works out at like less than 10p an item, or 13 cents an item, to get your product across millions more visitors. It's kind of a no-brainer. But regardless, I mean, you can start off on your free trial for 3 months and do that, and then look at just doing 10 items, see how that fares for you. A great tool and super simple to use. In fact, so simple, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hop onto the laptop and I'm going to walk through a demo of how you actually add your first listing, and I can just show you how simple it is. So here is Zipsale. Just cover off some of what we've already talked about really, but it's going to have eBay, Etsy, Shopify, Depop and Facebook Marketplace. All good marketplaces, get you in front of millions of people. Again, it's saving time, global marketplaces. You know, you put yourself in front of millions of people, which I have already said. But let's get on to the process. So the sign up is super simple. It's free. Name, telephone number, business name, and website address. Website address is optional. Enter those details, and then you connect to your marketplaces. If it's Etsy, it'll ask you to connect to your Etsy store. If you're not logged in, it'll ask you to log in. Similar for eBay, it'll ask you to log into your eBay account if you're not already logged in. Or it will just go through and ask you to agree to the terms and connect it. Shopify, if you've got your own shop, is slightly different. It asks for your shop name and then it'll ask you to go through an authorization process, but it does guide you through on the website. So let's sign in. I'm already signed in. Obviously, create the first item. I've got nothing listed, so we're going to go through a whole new item. So let's upload my image. So let's find the image that we've got, which is a woman in a Levi's t-shirt. So description, ladies, Levi t-shirt. Obviously this is going out to Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Etsy, so it can be brand new items, second-hand items, it doesn't really matter. It's about listing it on multiple places. What you will notice is that it's very intuitive. So you've got tooltips, it's telling you what you have to put in for each item. If it's a red asterisk, it's required. And symbols, so it's counting down about how many characters you need. So this is just an example listing. So I'm going to put a great looking t-shirt for any female. Obviously your description would be much longer than this. If you have got existing listings somewhere else, you can just copy and paste it if you wanted to. So if you have done all the Etsy work, you have to add it to Zipsale first, then it'll farm it back out. So there's a copy and paste job there, which takes seconds. So we go into clothing accessories. It's then asking for a subcategory. It won't always ask you for a subcategory, but it will do a lot of the time. Women, and this is clothing. And then we're going down to tops and shirts. Very simple, follows a logical step, very intuitive. Sale price, so £9.99. I've got 2 of these. and my zip code or postcode, which is that, very simple. And then we'll do save and continue. It will then take that data and save it onto our dashboard. So we're back to our dashboard. Previously it said no items listed. I've now got an item listed. So we can go back into it and you'll see all the information that I've listed. We can then copy the item, which is really good. So if you've got different variants or you've got several women's t-shirts and they're just slightly different, you can copy that item. So copy, and it just takes across all the description and then even the images, which is really key. So you could say this is a ladies t-shirt long sleeve for argument's sake, but this one's now £12.49. £12.49. Save and continue, and then it's then added that. Really simple. You can see what's been posted. So if I've sent it off to my marketplace, which I haven't yet, or if I've archived it. Archive's really good because for me, in my line, I've got seasonality around it. So I've got, obviously I sell cards and gifts. So you'll look at items and you say, well, actually that's a Father's Day or a Christmas. I don't have my Christmas cards on display or listed all the time. What's the point? It's just a waste of money. So you can archive them. If we go back into the marketplace, you can see the different marketplaces that you can connect. So if I go into my Etsy, and then I will connect my Etsy account, and it asks you to obviously log in. You'll then go through the sign-in process, and this is what it asks you to do. So it's saying, would you like to connect your account? Yes, I shall allow access. And you'll see there, it's now connected. I can connect eBay and Shopify, and obviously you see you've got Vinted, Depop and Facebook Marketplace. So again, access to millions of people. You'll now see a slightly different look on the dashboard. And the dashboard now has this option to list. So I can now add my listings from here. Is if I go to add listings, so let's replicate this again. Using the same image, I've only got a couple. So Levi short sleeve, great t-shirt. Again, we'll go through the categories. So this is clothes, women, clothing, t-shirts. Let's do this at $19.99. There's only one of them this time. Ooh. OOAU. And so continue. And this time I do a save and continue. You'll see a slightly different set of fields. So now these are Etsy specific fields. So if you don't connect your marketplace initially, it'll ask you the template fields. Once you connect it, it'll then go through the marketplace and ask you specifics. If it's Etsy, it'll ask you Etsy specifics. If it's eBay, it'll ask you eBay specifics. So then we get asked some additional information. It's taken all that information, but it's also asking you for things you'll recognise from Etsy, tags. So t-shirt, ladies t-shirt, whatever it might be. Who made it? Someone else did. Obviously, it's a brand item, so it's not mine. And then it asks you for the information. So I've got my bad shipping, and then I've got two options. Save without listing, save and list to Etsy. So I can save without listing, so it sits there on my dashboard, ready for something at a later date, or I can save and list it to Etsy. So let's do save without listing, and it will sit on my dashboard. And again, what you've got there is the option to click list. So it can then fire it off to Etsy, and it'll be listed there for you. So what you'll see from that very quick tutorial is that it's super simple. You add it once and you can list it to multiple platforms. Zero cost for 10 items, and there's a 3-month trial. You can connect to Etsy, eBay and Shopify currently, with Depop, Facebook Marketplace and Vinted coming very soon. You've got your on-site video tutorials to help you through that process, and there's online help. All I can say to you is Zipsale is one to be considered. If you want to open up your marketplace, your shop and your items to millions more people, then Zipsale is one for me. If you've got any comments, please leave them down below. I will try to reply to as many as I can. And as always, please do subscribe to the channel, smash that like button and comments down below, and I'll try to reply to as many as I can. And I will see you for my next video. Thank you very much for watching.